Queen's only source for all the stuff you care about. I am still playing Dungeon Raid on my iPhone.
Always.
It's sad. It's really sad. I'm Kevin Pereira. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, are we doing a shout-out?
We are. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Candace Bailey.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. We're coming to you from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles. On the show today, the star of Scream 4, Alison Brie, will return to the show for an all-new interview. Hopefully she's here to talk and not murder anyone. And then we'll reveal your captions for this week's Around the Net. Were you LOL or STFU?
What's that last one?
I'm not going there.
All right. Plus, Chris Gore is back for an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday. He's reviewing the special edition of the Pixar masterpiece, The Incredibles. And you'll see Sarah Underwood's Bloobies. Her Bloobies. That's what we affectionately call Bustus bloopers.
That's a good one.
We'll have never-before-seen outtakes from Bustus's battle with General Jiggler a little later on in the show.
Time now to explore the internet's services.
They have a lot to offer. Prepare to get probed on Around the Net. Now, usually videos from Disneyland are of a kid kicking Mickey or throwing up on Goofy.
But one little girl went to the happiest place on Earth to meet the baddest man in the galaxy, Darth Vader.
Yeah, and as this attendee of Jedi Academy proves, if you can't beat him, join him.
If you would not turn to the dark side, yes, perhaps she will. I don't think so. Activate. What's that? You will? Oh, okay. We're going to activate. No, my dear. So you don't want to fight Darth Vader? You want to join Darth Vader? Let me show you where the Sith Academy is. It's right down this way.
We asked you, what will the little girl's Sith name be?
And Live 1080p said, Darth Kidius. That's terrible enough I could imagine that Lucas actually put that in a movie. You know what I mean?
You said it.
I did. You heard it.
We reintroduced you to a YouTube artist that haunts screens and ruin dreams.
Here's Tonetta performing his signature non-hit, Pressure Zone. We hope he meets his Clarice Starling soon, or his Hannibal Lecter, whatever.
Hey man, get it past that pressure zone. Would that boom it in? I'm so high, I need it. I got to run my red. I can't wait to put it in my I'm so horny I could choke and choke on tonight.
We asked you, what's the name of the guy's dance show?
And P. Reese said, I'm stealing your soul train. Good one.
We really do only air the best ones. Just in case you're sitting there going, oh, I could have had better than that. Well, you didn't.
You didn't enter. Porn intros used to be the thing you skip to get to the puppet show.
Unless it's puppet porn. But this clip from the adult film The Lemon Whore, Abuse My Ass, proves more enjoyable than the citrus shindig that comes after.
Just imagine a life full of lemon trees.
I know, and all our beautiful lemons.
I only hope that the whores aren't stealing our lemons. You know, those naughty whores always steal lemons.
We do have a couple lemon whores in this community.
Those damn lemon-stealing whores.
I hate them. Because no one will take our prized lemons from us.
Hey, has it been about 10 seconds since we looked at our lemon tree?
It has been about 10 seconds till we looked at our lemon tree.
Hey, what the It's a whore!
It's a whore stealing our lemons!
Guys, these are my lemons! These are our lemons!
No, they're not!
They're the
I saw you taking them!
They're mine.
No, they're not!
Guys. I'm going to put these in safeguarding. You teach her a lesson about lemon stealing.
We asked you, what will they use those lemons for?
And the Desomas said, lemon meringue pie.
I like that. That's good. Yay!
I want to point out that was the only answer that was both clever and TV safe. So you're a winner. Yes. Again, that's lemon meringue pie.
And finally, shopping carts.
Use only as directed. We asked you, what did the winning team receive?
And Ocular Nervosa said first dibs on the ambulance.
That's pretty good. All right, that was good. Turn it around. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet. Still ahead, Candace meets Maxim, and the clothes come on.
Okay. They bought me dinner first, okay? See you in a minute.
Oh, it's a point-and-shoot gadget prawn. Canon continues the yearly tradition of making the best point-and-shoot even better with the PowerShot 500 HS. This 12.1 megapixel digital camera uses the Digic 4 image processor for superb imaging, and it can capture movies in 1080p. There's even slow-motion recording, continuous shooting at 8.2 frames a second, and a user-friendly 3.2-inch touchscreen, all for $300. Ta-da!
Now, this camera is kind of big when you first pick it up.
Yeah.
It's about an inch thick. It weighs about 6 ounces. So is this something you wouldn't mind having in your pocket?
I always hate carrying around an extra camera. I resort to the smartphone all the time. But after seeing the quality of photos that this takes, which we'll get to, it fits okay in the pocket.
Can you show us?
I could, if there's any room. There's plenty.
Oh, there's plenty of room, Kevin.
Here you go, ladies. All right, lady watching the show.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Lady watching the show.
Easy.
Is that for my mom?
It's for your mom. Happy birthday, Miss Bailey.
Now, the main reason it's so big is because of the huge touchscreen. Don't throw it. On the back. So, do you like using it?
Here's the thing. It's not a really enjoyable experience. I wish, especially if the touchscreen added to the size of the device, I wish they would have gone with traditional controls. You'll probably be tapping it way more than once to get it to do the things you want because it does not register every touch.
Yeah,
and what you're seeing here is, like, we've spent a lot of time with the camera. We're mashing on the back of this thing to make sure that each touch actually works.
That's a pretty picture.
Yeah, the camera. I don't know how face detection caught that. But swiping and scrolling, as you're seeing, it's kind of tough. The touch interface is actually better than other Canon cameras we've used, but it's still far from perfect.
Okay, they've added stuff like slow motion video and high speed shooting, so are we going to use these features?
You probably will, actually. The slow motion video works pretty well, even in low light.
Yeah, I like it. Look how sexy Danny looks.
Yeah, that's one word for it. You can also record a maximum of 30, you can only record a maximum of 30 seconds, though, so keep that in mind. It's really quick clips. High speed shooting is cool. It shoots 8 frames a second, which is much faster than any other point and shoot we've seen.
Okay. The time of reckoning is upon us! Ooh. How do the pictures look?
Oh, that's it?
That's all.
All right. They look really great, actually. Outdoor photos look just as good, if not better, than any other point and shoot we've tested. That building's missing some stuff. And that is the water show at Six Flags. Colors are accurate, and the details are amazingly sharp. Low-light photos are also really, really good. There are occasions where...
Somebody said...
Yeah. Canceled my Amber Alert. There are occasions where it won't find the focus fast enough. Oh, that's the worst picture ever. Get that off the screen. But 98% of the time, pictures look incredibly sharp, and the flash exposes evenly. So there you go.
How does the full 1080p video look?
Fantastic!
Woo!
It does. Honestly, it's easily the best video we've seen from a point and shoot. Look at that. That's at the Venetian, and it makes it look like Italy. It's detailed, it's vibrant, surprisingly stable. There's a wide-angle lens, so you can get all your squid in the frame. It's a huge advantage. And we usually write off the smaller digital cameras in terms of video quality because they're cheap. But Canon really raised the bar with this one. We're a big fan.
Now, it's $300 on Amazon.com, so what are we rating it, Kevin?
Well, we decided to go out on a limb here. We're going to take a big risk. 4 out of 5.
Woo!
I know.
That's shocking!
I know.
Shocking. shocking.
I hate to do it to you. 405. At $300, this is the best photo and video quality we've ever seen. We're only really docking it because of the touchscreen. We wish it were better or we wish they'd ditch it. Either way, kudos, Canon. Good job.
Well, that's it for today's Gadget Prawn. But if you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us at gadgetprawn@g4tv.com.
The classic arcade Smash is getting a reboot. So.
Ooh, that's great. Woohoo!
It's big news.
That is some big news. Head on down to the newsstand. I am in the new issue of Maxim, and I'm not exactly overdressed.
Nope. Pete's taking it off for the Wall Street Journal, you know. Trust me.
Hey, this is Candace Bailey, and you're behind the scenes of my Maxim photo shoot. My secrets to preparing for a Maxim photo shoot are I worked out for most of the week before. I did some lunges, I did some squats, I did a day of sit-ups. I tried to not eat too much candy this week, so I try to stay in shape so that when something like this comes up, I'm not busting my butt the whole time. So these are a couple of my gymnastics moves in my photo shoot outfit. All right, so this is a side aerial. I think the key to the show is just have fun and be able to roll with the punches and do live TV. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, so you just have to go with it. Make fun of yourself. I do all the time. So squeezing like cleavage? Is that what we're doing? Oh, yeah.
You got it.
This is my first outfit. It's a lot of clothes. These shoes are a little big, but we're hiding it with some insoles right here. Let's get a close-up of that. Girl-on-girl action. Woo! All right, let's go. The best thing about my job is that I get to go to work, get in hair and makeup, feel all pretty, wardrobe, and do live TV and just be myself for an hour of the day, and I get paid for that. I got 4 great outfits, and I've had a blast. I've had so much fun. It's my first big photo shoot like this. My issue of Maxim is on stands now.
And my pinup will be on stands in November.
No. Still ahead, Scream 4 victim, murderer or survivor, Alison Brie will join us in studio, hopefully without any weapons.
Hopefully. And later, we've got some never-before-seen Bustus bloopers, so stick around. Everyone loves WonderCon, but there's also a dark side. Look, you can enhance your package of power with all kinds of airbrushing, but some things, they just don't translate into 3 dimensions. She's either a horrible murderer or about to be horribly murdered.
Ooh.
You know, Rebecca, it doesn't sound to me like you're in the hospital. But if you want to be in the hospital, I'd be happy to put you there in the morgue.
No.
Probably not going to end well. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, Alison Brie!
I'll clap as well.
You should.
I will. I did.
You're deserving of it. Even your own applause.
I'm doing it.
Is he there to just wash the windshield? Is he there to check the oil? What?
So you've seen the movie.
I don't want to spoil her.
This is a spoiler alert.
That ends with you dying,
I'm
doesn't
glad
it?
that you freezed it, though, right when my mouth was, like, at its widest.
Yeah.
That's going to be a weird internet gif later.
Well, we've already been photoshopping for hours. We put...
Good.
Yeah.
Good,
It's
good.
mostly woodwind instruments, but...
Okay, I feel good about that.
There is something that's not found in an orchestra.
Wait a minute.
It's funny you should say that that's going to end up as a GIF on the internet, because there's already plenty of GIFs of you on the internet, are there not?
There are plenty of...
What are your favorites?
Well, Kevin, I'm glad you asked.
Wait a minute. The tone of her voice says you're glad, but your eyes say something else.
Very glad.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, there was one... when we shot the zombie episode of Community, and they have me going through the window, and the zombies are pulling me through, and there was kind of this crotch shot, if you will, or really it was more of like a butt shot, like kind of an up the butt.
But the camera racks zooms on it, doesn't it? Or is that just what they did with the animated GIF?
It does. And
it's very like you're going into hyperspace, but it's your butt.
No, yeah, that didn't actually happen.
Okay, that might have been me with
that was an effect
GIF
later,
Studio. I'm sorry.
Or in your mind.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But anyway, when we shot it, you could definitely see my underwear and kind of my butt, and they were like, "We're gonna, black that all out, so you can't really see it." And they did when the episode aired.
Oh, they did?
You couldn't see anything. And lo and behold, somebody found it somewhere, because on Twitter, 2 days later, I got the GIF, and it's just me like, ah! And then butt. Like, and then in slow-mo, and then like, woo!
Some exec is in an editor's bay. This is going to go viral.
Yeah, I'm going to find that guy.
Yeah. And thank him, and for me, because that is an amazing gift.
Yes.
But it's not just your butt on the internet. There's also your nipple on your Twitter account, so thanks for that.
Okay.
This is, for those who don't know, your Twitter profile picture is a photo by Kate Jones for LA Magazine, right?
Yes.
And that, by the way, fantastic. It's a hot
Thank
photo.
you.
But can we enhance? Is there a way to enhance this? Okay, well... All right, we can put a circle around it, but it's still microscopic. But I swear there is nipple there, Allison.
It's shadow. It is shadow. I'm telling you.
My erection does not know the difference.
No, I'm not going to question the intelligence of your erection.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
I would like to say that
the first woman who has not.
No, when we first took the photo for the magazine and it was online, I thought that there might be a bit of nipple. Even I thought that I could see nipple, and I researched it thoroughly before choosing to make that my profile picture.
Were you there staring with a gem loop for hours on end?
I had multiple guys come and look, and I was like, but now look at this.
Multiple guys, huh?
Yes, multiple.
Multiple guys. I assembled a panel of the finest men.
Yeah, they all agreed that my actual nipple is much better looking than that weird shadow.
Were these guys from college?
No.
No? Because you had an interesting time in college.
Yeah, I did.
Do you care to elaborate, or do we... I mean, because I know we're almost out of time, but I would love to spend 40 minutes talking about the article I read about your sexual liberation in college.
Okay, first, may I say that this article, that people like to think that it was written for that whatever website it was posted on, it was actually written for a UCB show called Worst Laid Plans, and then it was made into a book from there, and it was like a lot of different comedians and actors and writers.
All sharing these stories.
Yes, people like Amy Poehler did the show, and Janine Garofalo, and I did the show live, and it's like, I think in person you can really convey the comedic aspect of it more, and sarcasm and things like that.
Right.
Whereas my first time as a short story writer, it might not have all come across. So though things in the story are...
Oh, no, it all comes across just fine.
They're based.
The text does just fine. We'll throw a link up on the screen maybe, and people can go check it out. But we're running out of time, so I want to ask, Scream.
Yes.
You're a huge fan of it, aren't you?
Yes.
And now you're in Scream 4.
Yes.
Look at you, Allison Brie.
Yeah.
What was it hard for you to hide? Because I know you're a really big Scream fan. Like,
yes.
You know all the dialogue and all the characters and all that jazz.
Bam, bitch went down.
Was it hard to hide that sort of fangirlness on the set?
It was. I think I did a really good job most of the time. The only time I slipped was like one time David was standing there with me, and he was kind of couldn't remember if something, he was like, I think this was in the second movie or it was in the third, and I just was kind of like, it was in the second.
And your hair was swept to the side and you were wearing plaid.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, because she said this and then you said that and that's why. And he kind of just looked at me, and then I quickly backtracked. Like, I think that's when that happened. I don't know, actually. I'd have to rent it.
Was it like...
I don't own it.
Would you say dream come true territory then to be in a Scream film?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. I can't wait to see it. Allison Brie, always a pleasure. 10 kinds of adorable.
Thank you
so much. Guys, Scream 4 is in theaters now, so go watch it while we go over to Candace.
I forgot what I was supposed to say. Oh, yeah.
Now that spring's here, it's time to melt the snow off the road with a few of the hottest rides to hit the pavement. First on deck, the Porsche Panamera series is getting an upgrade with the 2011 Panamera Turbo S. Building off of the success of the Panamera Turbo, the Turbo S was designed to be more powerful and faster than its predecessor. For starters, it runs on a 550 horsepower V8 engine, which has 50 more horses than the Panamera Turbo. With its twin turbochargers and 553 pound-feet of torque, the extra oomph lets this sports car rocket off the line from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds and tops out at 190 miles per hour. For those that can't wait to get behind the wheel, the Porsche Panamera Turbo S is making an appearance at the New York Auto Show next month and will be available later this spring with an estimated starting price of $173,000. Next up, BMW is giving us a sneak peek of their newest sports sedan at this month's Shanghai Motor Show with the Concept M5. Although details are scarce, we know that this is going to be one fast ride. The new M5 is said to house a 4.4-liter V8 engine with over 570 horsepower and will run on BMW's M Twin Power turbo technology. This Beamer has a lightweight aluminum chassis and uses a 7-speed double-clutch gearbox to speed from 0 to 60 in about 4.4 seconds and tops out at 188 miles per hour. There's no pricing info yet, but hopefully we'll find out when the BMW Concept M5 makes its second appearance at the Frankfurt Auto Show in September. And finally, Italian manufacturer Ferrari is rolling out a family car with the Ferrari FF. Short for Ferrari 4, the FF is a 4-passenger, all-wheel drive sports car that was first revealed at the Geneva Motor Show last month. But don't let Ferrari fool you. The FF has plenty of muscle under the hood. It runs on a 6.3-liter V12 engine with 651 horsepower. With 504 pound-feet of torque, the FF sprints from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds and has a top speed of 208 miles per hour, making this the fastest 4-seater in the world. With its low center of gravity and 4-wheel drive, Ferrari boasts that the FF can handle all types of terrain, which is perfect for snow drifting with the kids in the back. For the family man who loves to race, you can purchase your own Ferrari FF for about $300,000 when it rolls out for production in 2012. So if you've got the cash to burn, or don't mind pulling off a Grand Theft Auto, then there are plenty of rides that will help quench your need for speed.
Now, contrary to popular belief, not all video games have Hollywood-sized budgets.
Here are 3 great indie games, courtesy of Game Break.
Cool. Oh, look, everybody. X plays Morgan Webb!
I don't really need these glasses.
You're so hipster.
I'm pretty hipster.
You're so with it. I love it. All right, there are a lot of great games coming out in the next couple of weeks, but
not this week.
Not this week.
But that's a slow couple of weeks
to
in
be fair,
Gamerland.
though, to be fair, that
Okay.
doesn't stop you from having fun.
It does not.
There are some good indie games. First up, The Dishwasher Vampire Smile.
This game is awesome. Okay, so it's all black and white except for the blood.
Yeah, and there's lots of it. This is a sequel to The Dishwasher Dead Samurai, right?
Yeah, it's one of those games where you sort of follow the story and you're like, I don't know what just happened,
Right.
but now's the part where I take my sword and I beat up some people.
Right. Words, words, words. Now heads are coming off.
Exactly. So there's like 2 separate campaigns. You can play 2 different characters. They play essentially the same way.
Right.
And they just hack and slash. The game is actually difficult, and I have to give it some credit for that, because
Right.
there aren't that many difficult games out there anymore. It's a little like Alien Hominid in that way.
Yeah, I totally agree. And,
Yeah.
and it's fun side scroller to play with some friends.
Yes.
It's got the co-op in there, of course. How much does the game cost if we want to play it? This is only on Xbox Live Arcade, right?
Exactly. 800 points, aka $10.
Okay, $10. So worth it then, right? It's fun.
This game is absolutely worth it, and I'm going to give you guys a little secret pro tip.
Uh-oh.
Press the B button a lot.
That was my issue. I got it.
B button.
That's the red one, right?
Equals win.
Noted.
Yes.
Next up, we have Chime Super Deluxe. Now, this is a PSN exclusive.
Exactly, and it's a puzzle game, and it's sort of music based. It feels a little bit like Tetris meets Lumines in a way.
It's exactly what it is, yeah.
Yeah. So as the bar goes across the screen, actually, I don't think it actually does that much when it goes across the screen. But you're trying to basically cover up a certain amount of the board.
Right. Well, it'll
50% of
activate the squares that you have. And if you're building them while it goes by, then they count. But if you're still building them, then it doesn't, or something of that nature.
Yeah, there's something like that.
I don't look. If you get remotely heavily medicated, this game you can play for hours.
It actually is.
It's true.
It actually is really fun. I was expecting to be like, oh, this is boring, and then 2 hours later, I'm like, shh.
Right. And I'm activating Philip Glass.
Yes.
It's got a cool soundtrack, and now it's got multiplayer, right?
Yes, exactly. And you can sort of steal your other people's, your other players' combos and that kind of thing.
That's fun.
Yeah,
and
it's exactly.
The good thing is the percentage of the proceeds are going to go to charity, which is always nice as well. I love gamers giving back.
Yes.
But here's the thing, it's $10 on the PlayStation Network, so at that price,
it's a good game, but that's real expensive.
It's very expensive, yeah.
It's
Especially
real
since
expensive.
they did add more songs from the 360 version, but
Yeah.
not that many. So
Yeah.
if you haven't played it, I say go for it. It's a fun game. But if you have the 360 version, that's a steep price.
Absolutely.
All right, very quickly, there's
Yes.
Swarm, which is a cross between Lemmings and Super Meat Boy, kind of.
Yeah, you control a whole little group of buddies, and there's some interesting ideas in the game because there isn't one that's the leader, really, and
Right.
you can lose them as the game goes on. A lot of interesting ideas. There is a demo you can download and check it out. I don't like that you can't really advance until you get a certain number of points at the end of the level, so
Right.
you end up playing some of the levels over and over again, and that's just a bummer.
Right, but interesting concepts, cool ideas.
And really amazing concepts. If you're interested in game design, check it out. There's some great ideas.
All right, that one is 1,200 Microsoft points or 15 real-world dollars
Yes.
on Xbox Live. Worth it?
Download the demo. If it's interesting to you, definitely check
I would
it
agree.
out.
Thank you so much. Morgan Webb, everybody. That's it for Game Break.
Attention! An all-new season of Ninja Warrior premieres May 1st.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone.
Okay.
Candace, what happens?
Well, people will probably try to conquer the obstacle course at Mount Midoriyama.
That makes sense.
And
Yeah.
the majority of them will most likely fall.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
I'm
We got to
thinking
tune
that.
in.
Head on over to g4tv.com/Ninja Warriors for more info.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Kristen Adams is here with the feed.
And later, there's never-before-seen Bustus bloopers and outtakes starring Sarah Underwood and General Jiggler. Stick around.
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Dentyne. The Safe Breath Alliance endorses Dentyne. Practice safe breath.
All the news you need to know.
The feed.
I'm Kristen Adams, and it's Friday, April 15th, Tax Day. And here are your top stories. Science wants to help you dial your cell phone with your brain. Researchers in San Diego have developed a technology that allows people to wear a headband studded with electrodes and use their minds to dial a Bluetooth-enabled cell phone. In tests, those using the headband dialed the correct number over 70% of the time, which means the research could be hugely beneficial to those with disabilities, or if you just like to make the right call 70% of the time. Tom, I'm sorry, I meant to call Mom. Awkward.
Oh, I can see how it could.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, it could. China is bringing down the ban hammer on time travel in movies. Chinese officials are banning their television and film industries from creating or showing anything that runs contrary to the nation's values, which includes time travel, apparently. Explaining their decision, the government said, quote, producers and writers are treating serious history in a frivolous way, which should by no means be encouraged anymore. China already prevents many other types of media from corrupting its citizens, including those that feature, quote, fantasy, bizarre plots, absurd techniques, ambiguous moral lessons, or a lack of positive thinking. So I'm guessing we won't be airing Attack in China because of our absurd techniques. And finally, it's time for the Fark.com story of the day. Two men in a burning car have been saved by milk. Over the weekend, a pair of Irishmen were trapped in their flaming vehicle after a car accident. Thankfully, a delivery man named Michael Coyle was driving a tanker full of milk and saw the dangerous wreck. Coyle quickly doused the flames by turning his truck around and hosing down the smoldering car with his calcium-rich cargo. Thank you, Michael. Irish authorities say this is the first time milk has ever been used to extinguish a fire this large. Milk does a body good and a raging gas fire good. I'm Kristen Adams, and you've just been fed.
Yay! Kristen Adams! All right, who's ready for the bloopers from that time that Bustus met Dirk Diggler?
The Jiggler.
Jiggler, yes, right.
Here's a never-before-seen Bustus blooper reel.
Junk mail. Bill.
Hey, Bustus. You look nice.
Oh no, not you again.
Yes, me again. I've got a highly explosive bomb strapped to my chest, and the only way you'll be able to save the building is to incapacitate me. You're gonna have to use all your busty powers on me to...
Not so fast.
General Jiggler, my arch nemesis.
Jawohl, mein Freund. I have discovered your hidden apartment, and I'm here to get rid of you once and for all.
Excuse me, hello? Guy with the bomb here?
Your time is up, Jiggler.
Nicht so schnell, Boosties. Unless you want me to create a minor earthquake in this building.
Oh my god, this is gonna be awesome.
You wouldn't dare. You'd go down with the building.
It would be the ultimate sacrifice for their Vaterland.
I'm getting sick of listening to you talk.
Hit her. Hit her with your boobs.
Let us go, yeah?
Yeah, Vol, do it. Come on. Get there.
I spy blood.
Yeah. Get her harder. Oh my god!
This. I'm retiring and moving to Aruba. You're all busted.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Marker.
Junk mail, Bill.
Hey, Bustus.
Sorry.
You look...
Oh my god.
5E, take one.
Could give me one more like the first one.
Oh my god, this is gonna be awesome. Oh my god, this is gonna be awesome.
Dirty.
Oh my god.
5E, take two.
Hit her. Hit her with your boobs. Hit her with your boobs. Hit her with your boobs. Hit her with your boobs.
Let us go, yeah?
Yeah, Paul, do it.
Okay.
Hit her with your boobs. With your boobs. With your boobs. With your boobs.
Okay, go down. Oh yeah, all right. Start. That's great. Okay, go down. Cut. Great.
Hit her with your boobs. Do it.
Cut.
I hit myself on the tooth of my...
Could you guys do that higher?
Up next is an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday with Chris Carr.
He's got the complete HR pumping stuff and the special edition Blu-ray of The Incredibles, so stick around.
I'm recruiting for a new sidekick, and I've chosen you.
What's your health plan?
Eye care, $20 copay.
Dental?
No dental.
What about vacation time?
No vacation.
I need to see my family. Coming up Monday on an all-new Attack of the Show, Chris Hardwick rates AVA Direct's latest gaming PC. Is it worth $1,000? Find out in Gadget Prawn. Then on Green Tech, we're checking out an eco-marathon where students race the planet's most energy-efficient vehicles. And Chris Gore heads to the Asian underground and finds superheroes. See Far East crime fighting in City Under Siege and K-20. See it Monday.
It's now time for an all-new weekend edition of DV Tuesday. Welcome back, film expert, Chris Gore! Awesome. What do we have up first, Chris?
First, we have HR Pufnstuf, the complete series.
Now, this was a kids show that premiered back in 1969. So, for those of us who weren't alive during the Nixon administration, what's the deal with HR Pufnstuf?
Well, it's this show created by Sid and Marty Krofft, who created these puppets. It's sort of puppets, and everything in this world is anthropomorphized. And Jack Wilde, the Artful Dodger from the Oliver movie, also made in the 60s, lands in this land and befriends everyone except for Witchy Poo, who wants his wand. Jimmy! You know, little Jimmy the wand? Excuse me, the flute. So, yeah, it's Jimmy the flute. What am I saying? Witchy Poo has the wand, but it's filled with all these bizarre creatures. It makes absolutely no sense, and that's part of its charm.
Okay, the creators of Pufnstuf claim that drugs didn't influence the show in any way. Are we buying that?
I'm not sure. Let's look at the name. Pufnstuf.
Exactly.
HR. I think the rumor is that the HR stands for hand-rolled Pufnstuf.
Really?
Could be. I don't think it's Henry Rollins Pufnstuf. I don't know. But you can read a lot into the show. I mean, if it doesn't have anything to do with drugs, it definitely is influenced by drugs, for sure.
Okay.
But in a positive way. For creativity.
Yay! Drugs for creativity!
Yeah.
So what's the bottom line?
Bottom line on this, for me, it's a Rent.
Okay, I like Rent.
Because there weren't a lot of extras, and it doesn't take you long to remember how bad that show was when it first aired. So there you go. Yeah.
All right, what else do you have for us?
Ooh, The Incredibles. The Incredibles, yes.
Now, already an animated classic, how does this new special edition compare to previous releases?
Well, of course, it's in Blu-ray, and it looks absolutely spectacular. There are a whole slew.
I loved this movie.
Oh, no, it was great. I mean, to me, it's like, this is the Fantastic Four movie I really wanted to see, is called The Incredibles. And I love the fact that the design of the characters is inspired by the Rankin Bass puppet animated shorts. And if you saw those, you know, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. They kind of based the character design on that.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's one of those that also really holds up.
Okay, so how are the special features?
Special features are fantastic. Of course, everything from the original release is on there in terms of special features. And there's a few more special features. One that's actually animated. They actually animated one of the special features where they tell a story about how the director was tired of the fact that they would celebrate everybody's birthday. So they ordered a birthday cake that said, "Happy birthday, gang!" And the person who made the cake got it wrong, and it said, "Happy birthday, Gary!" And no one on The Incredibles was named Gary. So that's every time they had a party, they just got a cake that said, but what's cool is they animated the story.
Congratulations, Gary.
Yeah, happy birthday, Gary. So it was kind of an in-joke with the animators.
That's awesome.
But it's cool.
So what's the bottom line?
Bottom line for me, buy this. Incredibles. Really holds up. Love that movie.
I had that movie, and it got stuck in my old DVR player, and it would never open again. So I lost it. So I'm going to have to go out and buy it.
You have to go out and buy it, or you got to rip that thing out.
I couldn't. I got rid of the TV. Cool. Anyways, The Incredibles has us in an animated mood, so let's do a cartoon rapid fire. What do you have for us today?
Okay, I should preface this by saying that these are all twisted animation choices from me. I don't recommend kids watch any of these unless you really want to disturb them years later.
Okay, good to know. Let's get 41 seconds on the clock, please. Ready?
Yes.
Set?
Yes!
Go!
Mad Monster Party by the studios of Rankin Bass.
Go.
You've got Saturday TV Funhouse with the ambiguously gay duo.
Good one
of the gayest cartoons ever made. It's awesome.
Come on, faster.
Fantastic Planet by French animator René Laloux, which has full frontal nudity, oddly, orgies, and giant blue aliens.
Come on.
Wonder Chosen, which was on MTV2, which was definitely not for kids. Meet the Feebles, Peter Jackson, one of his earlier films, in which you meet a lot of insane Muppets. Moral Oral by Dino Stamatopoulos, who was inspired by David and Goliath. Watership Down, with Metalocalypse Season 2. The Collected Church of Yellow Submarine.
You were so close, Chris. You were so close.
I almost made it this time.
Nice try.
Thanks.
Lots of effort. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
For more Gore, follow him on Twitter at @ChrisGore. Now send over to Kevin.
Thanks. You know, some people spend their entire lives searching for enlightenment. Other people spend their lives looking for a t-shirt of a bear, riding a motorcycle, and carrying a laser shark. Guess whose quest is over? Thanks to today's threads. Sorry. was talking to Chris Gore. We've all got our obsessions, be it gaming, sci-fi, or superheroes. And to help you refresh your wardrobe, we rounded up these eccentric takes on all of your passions. First up, clear out your closet. You're gonna need room for this manly shirt of a motorcycle-riding bear, carrying a shark, with a friggin' laser beam attached to its head. Artist Ian Leno has designed a whole line of comical shirts. From this seafood platter of Admiral Akbar and Dr. Zoidberg, to these drinking teas of the Feo Whale, Pale Ale, Serenity Sake, and Lost-inspired polar beer. Cheers! However, the two coolest shirts are these weapons prints. One made entirely of video game armaments, and the other comprised of blasters from classic science fiction films. To get in on this action, swing on over to ianleno.com and grab a tee for $19. But if you're looking for an artistic take on your wardrobe, then you'll want to team up with the guys over at Society 6. There's all kinds of bizarre tees, from cats in suits and sweaters, to chainsaw astronauts, to this Banksy Angry Birds mashup. They've even got stylized caricatures of Bill Murray from The Life Aquatic and Pee Wee Herman. But the best are these irreverent takes on superheroes. They've got a Superman/Clark Kent split tee, along with a beaten down Dark Knight. Holy bloody noses! All of this art-filled awesomeness can be picked up for $22 over at Society6.com. And finally, what closet would be complete without Star Wars apparel? From Vader facing down a pinata, a double Han Solo, and even the Millennium Falcon on approach to Cloud City. The guys over at Headline Shirts have got your midichlorian fix. They've even got a never-before-seen meet and greet between the King, Elvis, and the Sith Lord himself, Vader. There are also variations on other popular films like Ghostbusters, Top Gun, and Pulp Fiction, along with tees satirizing Captain America and Dave Chappelle's Rick James. If you're looking for your geek movie fix, then swing by headlineshirts.net and grab a tee for $20. So there you go. Video games, Star Wars, Bill Murray. Hey, we've all got our geek loves, and luckily, there's always a tee to show it off.